And the weekend is upon us. I'm Roger P. Shulman. The weekend is upon us for the movies. And with us on the AM 820 Newsline, Tampa Bay Times movie critic Steve Persall. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Roger. How are you?
I am delightful because I'm going to go down to the pier and have a final day at the Columbia restaurant. That's going to be...
Tell you what, the end of an era, I'm telling you.
It really is. And you guys being downtown, based in downtown St. Pete, probably go to that place even more than I do and see it every morning. But
you know what? I haven't been there as much as I should, but I may just drive by there today myself just to pay my respect.
Everybody's been saying that, and then they've got, thousands of people have been going now that it's closing. Well, speaking of closing, let's talk about what's opening. What movie should we see, and what should we avoid this weekend?
Look, you need to avoid the Will Smith movie, After Earth. I know he's got a lot of fans out there, but they're going to be very disappointed because this movie just strips him of every shred of personality that he has. Everything that's made him a star, this movie does not allow him to do. It's a sci-fi adventure, not very adventurous. The sci-fi is pretty basic, not very ambitious. It's basically a way for him to try to get his, to forward his son Jaden's movie career. And Jaden, I think, does have some talent. If you saw the Karate Kid remake a couple of years ago, I mean, he does have a nice little personality himself. But once again, this movie is just so bleak, so dark, so nothing that you really need to stay away from that one.
What's the title of that one?
It's called After Earth.
After Earth. All right, I'll cross it off the list. What should we...
The one you need to see, though,
okay,
is called Now You See Me. It's rare in the summertime that you see a movie that you can look at and say, "Wow, I've never seen that story before." But this is one of those crowd pleasing types of movies. It's not arty or anything like that. It's going to turn people off. It's not subtitled or whatever.
Oh,
no. But it's just a good popcorn movie, and you really haven't seen this kind of story, at least not in this this manifestation before. So it was completely surprising. It's about Las Vegas illusionists, magicians who use their skills to rob banks or steal money around the world.
I did see a preview for that. It looked pretty good.
It is. It has a good cast with Woody Harrelson and Jesse Eisenberg and Isla Fisher and Michael Caine, Morgan Freeman. Everybody just sort of acts the way you expect them to act. They're pretty much in their usual characters. But the story itself is just one of those things. It's not a who done it, but a how done it. And they do sort of show they pull back the curtain a little bit and show how these heists are taking place.
I saw one thing in the preview that I liked. The interviewer is interviewing this handcuffed prisoner, and the prisoner suddenly has the handcuffs on the interviewer.
So, I mean, this is not something that doesn't fall back on some kind of supernatural thing that's going on. It's really wits and certainly mechanics that most people couldn't afford to put together. But at least it has that human element throughout. That once again we lose during the summertime a lot with all the fantasies about comic book superheroes and those kinds of things. So it's outrageous. It's impossible, to conceive this could really happen. But it's grounded in just enough reality that it's a smart summertime piece of entertainment.
What's the title before we go?
Called Now You See Me.
Now You See Me. I haven't even got to Hangover 3 yet. Steve Persall, Tampa Bay Times. Thank you so much. Talk to you next Friday.
My pleasure, and now you don't.
And now I do.